So guys, there's an update to this story of a young boy whose body was said to have moved from the mortuary where he was kept to an uncompleted building outside of the morgue where he was found the next day. Some group of people are now speaking up, claiming that they saw this young boy, 17-year-old Popo Kelvin, at a party that night. A particular user mentioned that Kevin went to the club and spoke to somebody called Anne and even told Anne something in regards, remember what you promised me. There were even claims that he was acting weird and acting off and acting suspicious in the club, claiming he almost went into a fight with somebody. However, left the club and went back to the mortuary in the early hours of February 5th, 2024. But instead of going back inside the morgue, they claimed he picked up a plastic chair, took it close to the uncompleted building and sat down. Now, this is where things get interesting because it was the security man of the morgue that spotted him first. The security man claimed that while he was patrolling, he saw somebody taking a chair from inside the mortuary to the uncompleted building. Now, this uncompleted building pictured here is actually still close to the morgue. It's just outside of the morgue, away from the morgue. The morgue is all the way the other side, so it's not very far off. So this was where they said the late Kelvin's body, the late Kelvin's ghost, presumably, carried the chair to, sat down, and then when the security man confronted him, asking him who he was and why he was taking the chair there, Kevin did not respond. And out of fear, the security man went to the mortuary attendant's apartment house, knocked on the door, and told him that somebody had taken a chair and the person is sitting outside the morgue, and he believes the person might be someone who is supposed to be dead inside one of the cold rooms in the morgue. And that was when the mortuary attendant came out, saw Kevin in this position, asked him questions. They were even scared to approach him closer, and then they flashed a torchlight on him, given that it was dark. And upon flashing the light, that was when they saw that he wasn't responsive and that he had a smile on his face. The mortician immediately did not believe that this was the guy, because when he flashed the torch on his face, he recognized the boy to be the deceased that had been brought the Sunday before and had been in the morgue for over 9 days in Douala, Cameroon. So when he suspected that this could have been the boy, he did not believe it. The mortician went back inside the morgue to check for the boy, to check where he had kept the boy, to check if indeed the boy left where he was being embalmed. And when the mortician went inside to check if indeed somebody left the mortuary, he noticed that where he had kept Kevin's body was empty and that there was no one there, which concluded to him that this was indeed the deceased boy who was supposed to be lying dead inside the mortuary. Another thing that the mortician hinted was that all the other bodies in the morgue were actually naked, that they don't keep bodies in clothes until they are ready for burial. A lot of them are not covered. And he was surprised as to where Kevin got his outfit from. How did Kevin get into his clothes and into his socks? And that all felt a little odd to him. And so it did not make sense to them. The only problem is a lot of people are not sure if this is really real. A lot of weird things happen, a lot of mysterious things happen, but these seem to be something that is causing a lot of debates. Many people believe that the young man was not exactly dead and that he should have been taken to the hospital rather. Now, in the previous videos, we mentioned he drowned in a river. However, it's been confirmed that he actually went to a hotel to swim and drowned in the swimming pool of that hotel. So he didn't drown in the river, which meant that the theory that people were claiming that maybe his body is restless because he needed to be buried near the river, that may not apply here since his drowning took place at a swimming pool. Now, for the claim that he met people, that he went to the club and saw some people, that is just what is going around. People have been saying it. It is possible that people might not be telling the truth, because if he actually was dead, him going to the club should probably send some kind of shockwave. People should have known that Kevin was dead. So the way the club story or the party story is being presented is almost like when he went to the club, they did not know that he was dead because they should have known. I would assume if he met somebody who had promised him something, then that person should have known that Kevin was indeed no more, and sighting him in the club instantly should cause sheer panic. But that was not what was said. They said he went to the club, spoke to a girl, told the girl to remember he promised him something, and even almost got into a fight with somebody. But then again, they did say that people suspected something was off with him, that he did not look normal, he looked off like a zombie. Then eventually, when he was done, he went back to the morgue, but picked up a chair and sat in front of the uncompleted building where he was eventually found by the security man and the next day by everyone else. This strange occurrence is still puzzling a lot of people. So many people are saying that maybe somebody tried to steal his body but could not continue. Another group of people are saying is the morgue, the mortician that set it up. But then again, it was a security man that found him though. So if this was all an elaborate plot, I don't know to what end. This does not look like a good business for the morgue. I don't know if it does look like a good business for the morgue. I don't know if there's anything that the mortuary stands to gain by setting this up. Another thing again that we have to put in mind is that the way he was propped up in that sitting video seemed to me like, I don't know, at the initial time when I first saw the video, I thought he was alive. He did not look dead. Something about this position where he sat looks very lifelike to me. I can believe that he walked down here to sit down, but I don't know if somebody brought him all the way down here just to prop him up like this. I don't know, there's just something about it. And you're not gonna lie, he looks like he dressed for a party, although I don't see a cotton wool in his nose. So it's hard to believe, it's hard to say. I don't know what else to say, but this is just what is being said regarding him. It's really a very mysterious case. They said that the clothes he was found wearing on the chair was burnt as part of the ritual, and he was taken back into the morgue, and hopefully he was going to be prepared for burial. Many people believe that he was alive, that he never really died, and that he should have been taken to the hospital. But people mentioned that he had already been embalmed. So it was odd and weird that he would still be alive after being embalmed. The mortuary attendant did admit that he had seen a lot of weird things, that the bodies of some deceased used to move, and sometimes there's some slight change, but he had never seen somebody walk out of the morgue to take a seat or go to a club or a party. So this seemed like a first thing for him, and I don't doubt that. However, you guys let me know what you think about the story.